Now whip it. Whip it.
All right, that's definitely not that.
Good evening and welcome to WIP IT Sunday, episode number 99. Tonight we have Cannon and myself, Commandant. Collector Express is
here,
as you can see by him clicking his mouse, but he is
having technical difficulties.
He don't want to talk to us.
I think I made him mad.
The plebs.
I don't know what I did.
I'm sure he'll come around eventually.
I don't think that's what that's.
Just not what that's moment now. Well, Cannon, what are you working on tonight?
I don't know. I was trying to see if I get this thing to work so that I could just use it as a texture for, like, things, but it's not working the way that I had hoped. As you can see, that's not what that's supposed to look like.
Well, it does look
messed up.
Like
it doesn't look like that.
What's that skin disease called? That
leprosy.
Emphysema.
Eczema. Yeah, dry skin.
It's splotchy.
Well, it's not what it's supposed to look like.
Trying to.
We lost it. Yeah.
I got a friend. I'll talk about him a few times here and there. Making a kimono for.
My driver's just crashed on my computer. I'm having to reboot, so I'm on my phone right now.
Oh, he sounds like a robot.
Yeah.
AI is taking over, guys. Look out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You sound like a robot. I'm pretty sure your toaster attacked you and took over your mind.
Well, my computer drivers just crashed for my audio drivers on the computer. I'm having to reboot. I'm on the phone.
Oh.
I had to quickly log into the phone. I've never done this on this. So
hey, that sounds a lot better.
Oh, we can hear you though. I guess that's important.
Couldn't hear me at all a second ago because the computer's still rebooting.
What's your connectivity?
This way until I get the computer going.
We're gonna try this.
So, what are you working on tonight?
Yeah,
I am going to be working on Space Ghost, the second Space Ghost figure.
Are you smelling?
A couple of Guntia demon figures.
Let me smell your hair. If I were you, I'd take a shower.
Yes, I would too. Yes.
I mean, if you don't want friends.
Was that the third rule in the zombie apocalypse?
Sorry for technical difficulties, everyone, and I'll have my camera up and going in momentarily.
We're here for you guys, though. You got any questions, commentary, concerns we can help you guys out with? Be more than happy.
Oh, the sound is working on the computer. It's still going through its boot up process.
Are we live?
Yes, we are live.
Bruh. What was it?
So I was hoping that I could use this as a
texture.
Like it's a surface texture for repeated patterns for like superhero outfits and things, but I don't think it's gonna do the job I want it to do.
Hey, that face mask looks familiar. Sith for life. Are we playing the same game? That one?
What game are you playing?
That one.
And, everybody that's joining us here right now, I'll be having a camera up on shortly. My computer had a technical difficulty and I had to reboot, and I'm on my cell phone right now.
A name with hell. What's up? Yo.
Hello, heavy metal toolbox. StreamYard. I will be right back. I'm going to switch to my computer.
Oh, promises. Feels like I've been out of touch for a little while. How's everything been crack-a-lacking?
Busy
There we go. Now you can see what I'm working on.
like usual.
Yeah.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
We got you. You're good. I too feel like I have been just beyond busy.
Sit for Life says it's from the Mystery Makers Patreon.
Dang. I guess it's not from our game.
I am working, like I said, I'm working on, I got these really cool demon heads that Canon made, and working on a couple of figures for this. One on a Caliban body, one on will be a Monster Venom. And so we ordered a couple of these KO Monster Venoms off AliExpress. It's kind of cool. You can actually take these completely apart. They're not, the torsos are not glued together. So you can actually take the neck piece out. So it's going to actually make prepping this thing so much easier. And I got one fitted to an official Monster Venom figure, just to, hopefully it's the same ball joint size. Let's see. Got the neck here. And yeah, it looks to be a little bit smaller. My caliber's upstairs.
My caliper's freaked out.
Did.
Yeah, I tried to measure something with them, and it's like it thinks everything is constantly getting just bigger.
The universe is expanding.
Yeah, but not at that rate.
That's the reason I have the analog ones.
I got. Well, they got analog measurements too, but I just like the digital readout because it's convenient.
I would love to have the digital readout too, but I'm cheap.
Johnny Ray Hubbard got her first one for the night. What's up, fam?
Family.
Hurrah!
And we got what we're working on tonight is I got a Space Ghost I'm working on. I got two big monstrous demon looking guys I'm working on. And I want to eventually polish out some swords with some graphite powder. I don't know if I'll do that tonight or not because that stuff's awful messy. I got to get gloves and respirator, all that stuff on.
We do have work tomorrow, so I'll be tapping out early.
Earlier today, for a brief concept on one of the characters I'm working on, one of the figures I'm working on, fixed up these bone spurs for the back of the elbow. And I use a piece of styrene. I drilled a hole into the elbow and a styrene rod, and I bent it and shaped it into a sharp point. Then I took green stuff and basically sculpted it where it looked like it's now the
Great
boom
Google.
type.
Godzilla.
But,
I have to stuff my lung back in. Give me a second.
You know, they say that the air comes out of your mouth at like 100 miles an hour when you sneeze.
Oh,
for
basing off of the hole in my wall where I shot a pencil through it off of my desk, it probably was faster than that.
For the Space Ghost, I'm using the Zero body, and the gauntlets are from the Retro Carded Hercules. I'm actually going to cut them down. They're way too big right now. I'm actually going to cut section them out, cut them and section them where they'll tighten them up. Need to add a little more sculpt around the neck. but it's starting to take shape pretty good.
See, I don't. This doesn't. This doesn't make sense. Why is this?
It looks like an American flag.
Well, it's not supposed to though, because it's supposed to.
We're doing pretty good, other than Cannon shot out his lung.
That's right. I put it back. I got some super glue.
That's God, these two fingers.
Like that. Yeah, I'm kind of digging these KO monster venoms. The lower legs were on backwards. They were like this with the foot turned around. All I did was just rock the foot around and turn the ankle around. No biggie on that.
I don't.
But, so far, it's going to work out good for customs. You can completely disassemble it, get everything prepped up.
Remember, boys and girls, if you're going to sew, have an iron. Nearly as important as the needle and thread. Did I tell you my phone died? Did I tell everybody my phone died?
Yes.
And then it came right back because I did a factory reset on it.
Well, my phone is T-Mobile that used to be Sprint. A friend of mine used to work for Sprint, and I was on his friends and family plan. That was like 15 years ago. They hate that I'm still on that serial plan because I get everything, unlimited everything for $50 a month.
Yeah, I'm on their military plan, so same.
And,
I have unlimited everything for.
Pixels and Plastics, hello brothers. I hope you're all well. Sending good vibes from the UK. It's pretty late over there, isn't it? Welcome. What PC program is more easy to use to make hair or for print 3D? I don't think there's really any that's easy.
You know, I'm convinced that all superheroes should just be bald.
Wear a cowl at all times.
Yeah, be bald or wear a helmet. I mean, people are just going to grab you by your hair or set it on fire, or it's just you just can't have that stuff out there. It's a liability. You could get caught in a jet turbine.
Yeah. It's like the no cape thing.
Yeah. Can't have hair.
Capes.
No hair, no capes.
January Hubbard, see, I've done the same thing you did with Hercules with the AWOC armor pack, only I've painted everything green that was blue and enveloped it up in gold. Should I clear coat it or just leave it be? It depends on the type of paint you got and how durable it is, really. Some clears over top of the softer plastics can cause your paints to crack, especially when they flex. If it's bonded pretty good and it looks good, you really don't have to clear all the time.
Really, though, blender is just, it's not bad for doing hair. It's just time consuming.
How do you know if it's bonded really well?
It doesn't fall off.
It doesn't peel off. Did you see the Scar figure for Son of Hulk? I did, and I'm actually very curious if I'm thinking about getting. I am working on another Final Form Prime for myself since I don't currently have one. So I started working on the Caliban parts like I've always done for Prime. That Scar uses Caliban's lower bodies, and I started already working on the boots for Prime. I can actually keep what I have. I'm thinking about using one of those Scars for my next Prime and have butterfly joints. But I'm curious to know if will the Caliban arms work on the those new shoulders, biceps down, because I'm not real crazy about the biceps on the and the forearms on Scar. I'd rather go use Caliban if I can. Oh,
I'll make it,
that is that would be way too small for a Smart Hulk. Smart Hulk he was like one of the biggest incarnations of the Hulk. So that Caliban being a good looking figure and stuff is just not big enough for the Professor merged Hulk. It needs to be at least the 80th anniversary Hulk size. Because the way the merge Hulk came to be, he was the merger of all the different parts of the. Back when they originally described it, they later retconned it was the Savage Hulk was the id, Gray Hulk was Joe Fixit was the ego, and Banner was the super ego, and they all got merged into one. All those parts of the personality were merged into one form that was the merged Hulk, later on dubbed the Professor Smart Hulk, and they all got merged into the Savage Hulk body. Because it's the bigger, more powerful body, so that's why they combined into. So he's actually was always drawn taller than Savage Hulk because he stands up straight. Savage Hulk was drawn to be slunched over all the time at the time, like a Neanderthal type posture.
Brawler.
Yeah. So definitely need a bigger body for Professor Smart Hulk. Merged Hulk.
Yes.
You got a question, Cannon? When joining details to the wall panels in Blender, sometimes details that join to the panel disappear. How do I do this without that happening? Any tips?
Well, you just surviving.
Let me see. All right, so we're talking about using the Boolean operation. Is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
We ain't talking about the game. We're talking about practice.
He says yes. That is the Boolean process.
Here's what I think is probably happening. All right, so let's say that I want to make a pipe that goes across this wall here, right? And cap. All right, so
Oh boy, I don't have any pink thread.
all right, so let's say I got this pipe here, right? And I'm gonna convert that to a mesh. And now I want to like put these two things together. Let's see if I can get it to do it on purpose.
Spot on right there.
Like that.
Give you the bigger screen.
See, something happened here, right? But my detail isn't there. And if I go into, so I'm looking at it. Well, first of all, I probably should have subdivided that wall a little bit, but that's not what's happening. So what's happening is that if I go and I look at this now, that part actually, I just grabbed it and moved it. So if this were attached, I wouldn't be able to take it off like that. Right? So if I come down here, same thing here. That's not actually attached. So then if I go and I take this. And it's still doing it. All right. Well, now I did it on purpose, but now it won't do what I wanted to do. So take this. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna bring this back. We're going to look at the facial orientation. So that'd be the first thing I'd look at. So all my faces are showing blue, which means that's the outside of all of them. Sometimes if you have like if you go to your normals and you got a normal that's flipped, sometimes that'll cause the issue. So that's not what's going on here. Let's take this and we're going to subdivide this first. So maybe if your wall doesn't have enough subdivisions, and then we're going to apply that. Now we'll try our Boolean operation. Okay, it's still not. There we go. So what was happening here then, it's like, because this was inside the face here, this was inside the face, or this was outside the face here, it didn't know what to do with it, so it tried to merge it on the inside. Like it was trying to merge it inside out or something. But what I typically find solves it is, first I'll check for inside out faces, like any face. If I go up here to the face orientation and click that on in the viewport overlay, and I see anything that's red, then I'll flip those faces. That would be the first thing I would do. And then the second thing I would do is I would move my piece just a little bit, one way or the other, and see if that makes a difference. Sometimes if it's like too far inside or whatever, or too far outside, it won't know what to do with it, so it just messes it up.
And name of field, I'm going to be going over how I attach that here momentarily.
Did that help?
It helped me tremendously.
And,
A++.
I'm getting ready to do the other side here in just a moment, and I'll show you exactly how I attach that. Yay in the house. And Kenneth said, thank you, brother. It helps a lot.
Okay. If you, yeah.
And we got a family.
Family.
And the more stuff you try to Boolean together, the more likely you're going to run into that problem. So if it's not necessary to attach it, you might just leave it separate, because that allows you to do, like, oftentimes when I do a Boolean operation, is exactly, I'm done with it after that. Like I'm not changing it anymore after that. But if you leave it so that you can undo it, then it allows you to be able to change it. Like if you end up deciding you don't like it. Whereas if you go ahead and set all the changes and apply all the Boolean operations and everything,
Yes.
then you can't undo it very easily. Actually, that turned out nice and smooth.
Sorry, hyper focus.
Yeah, I forgot what I was actually working on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna stop working on that. I was gonna go over here to.
Man, didn't treat that, and it's already unraveling. Because, of course. Look at that, would you? Just the thing. Ugh. It's getting late, boys.
Ooh, it's been a while since I used Photoshop.
What do you use instead of?
I've sitting here been talking and answering questions with my mic muted. Anthony Diaz is asking what figure should I recommend for Hercules. I mean, Savage Dragon. He was thinking Hercules, but he's too tall. But the Richard Carter Hercules is not that bad. Height, he's not super tall. I actually wish Hercules was bigger. This dragon was pretty good sized dude in the comics. Are you talking about Malcolm or his dad, Savage Dragon? Let's see. Kung Fu Pope. Hey guys, have anything to customize tonight? I don't have anything to customize tonight, but I could join y'all if chat it up. Yeah. Hold on a second there, my friend.
Yeah, good. It's about to be a man down.
We're gonna do this in Illustrator.
I will.
I remember my Illustrator tool better. It's weird since it's the same company that their pen tools and things like that don't work exactly the same. You ever notice that? Or maybe I'm crazy.
Anybody remotely interesting is mad in some way.
Okay, what in the world? Where's the phone?
Did you stop that?
No.
Maybe.
I think I need to put another seam in there. White on white.
Kung Fu Pope, if you go over to the Discord, I added you to the live stream channel. It should show up at the bottom of the list now. The link will be in there. There's 2 links in there, one for Tuesday, one for the night. Just click on the one for the night.
Only idiots click on the wrong one and sit in the lobby for 30 minutes.
One episode to 100. Yes, sir.
I don't know.
The Rival Dragon, he was 5'10", plus wondering what figure could kit bash for the jeans. Ooh, yeah. If he's wanting to go shorter.
Shipwreck.
Yeah, G.I. classified figures, you got a lot of good pants go for like Shipwreck, like you mentioned. Ooh, a mashup of classified, like a Roadblock with Shipwreck legs. That would like be the big upper body, little smaller legs. Roadblock or Gung Ho.
Luke Cage. Didn't he have jeans?
Yeah, the new Luke Cage coming out.
Or the old one from the Netflix?
The old one, it's the same size. He's wanting to go smaller. It's the same height as the Hercules body.
Is it?
Hercules. No, I've never watched that movie.
You ever watch The Clumps?
Nope.
Nutty Professor?
Scraping by. Yep, show that.
There you go.
Is it really worth going back and watching?
Yeah, not really.
I mean, are we talking like dodgeball level shit here?
As in Dodgeball is a good movie?
Yeah.
No.
Dodgeball's the funniest movie I'm aware of. Anybody think of a funnier one?
Just about any comedy.
I liked Dodgeball.
It's hilarious. I laughed so hard at that movie, my face hurt, my side hurt.
I do like the line, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
I don't need to drink my urine, but it's sterile and I like the way it tastes.
Necessary. It's exactly what I was saying when you said that earlier. Necessary. Sterile. I like the taste. You gotta grab it by its haunches. Oh boy. I'll take it Olds isn't a fan of dodgeball.
I watched it once and I forgot about it. Other than the line, you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Well, in the early on in the movie, it tells the skinny kid that there's a girl for every guy, and sometimes there's two girls for every guy, and that's the jackpot. And at the very end of the movie, it comes all the way back around because that girl he likes is bisexual.
It's like a recipe for disaster to me.
Yeah, I have the one female, and that's enough. Although she did mow the grass today.
Yeah, that looks close. I need to start shaping it. Patches Hooligan is my idol.
Patches on land.
Johnny at Rare Hilbert said I go with Super Troopers.
Stay Steve the Pirate.
Happiness in your household.
Who am I gonna share all this booty with? You don't like that movie?
I don't know.
You love dodgeball. You know you do. Oh wait, were you talking about when I said I can't handle two women at one time?
Don't knock it till you tried it. Giggity giggity.
Well, that was the wife coming to tell me that I'm past my bedtime. She's always looking out. Actually, she came in here to say that I should show you guys my hair.
Your hair?
Yeah, I didn't dry it when I got out of the shower today, and it's a lot. It's a lot. Unfortunately, my hair is really curly, and if I don't maintain it, bouffant is a word.
Is it a bulbous bouffant?
Very, very, very large. It sticks out quite a bit. It's also, down to like middle of my back nowadays.
Sounds like somebody needs a haircut.
It's quite long too. But with it being as curly as it is, it sits on my shoulders. Damn. All right, gentlemen, I have got to go. I have got to go to bed and all that stuff. So as always, I appreciate you letting me come out and chit chat and do a little work. I'll see you on 100, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll see you on Thursday, and then 100.
Yep.
All right, have a good night.
Have a good night. Pull out the Space Goose buddy because messing with the white balance, blowing out the
Space Ghost.
What you working on now?
I thought that instead of trying to do it the other way, I would try to do it this way. So, let's see. There's always more than one way to skin a cat, right?
Either way, the cat's not going to be happy about it.
Well, no. I'm trying to think about making a repeating pad or.
Kung Fu Pope, you're on the wrong stream. You're in the one for Tuesday. Says he's backstage and I don't see him.
Isn't that what
Don did.
Don was just talking about doing?
Yep. Anthony Diaz is trying to finish up his custom made rate bill. Still lagging on it a bit for a bit. It's all right. Take your time when you're working on. Need to go a little deeper with the drilling out. want to do with my bed? Did you move my bed?
I did. It's in the kitchen
Man, I'll have to use a different one.
next to the microwave. I was gonna go have some popcorn, and I had it with me, and I just set it down on the counter. And now that's where your bit lives.
Yeah, good thing I got double.
Probably a good thing.
Hello.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, it's going all right.
Finally figured out the right thing to click on the computer.
That's
Dead Green Customs. What are you making? I am working on one of my original characters right now for me, and Cannon's working on making a texture pattern.
yeah. I mean, that's what I'm trying to work on, but I don't know.
Haven't thought about anything special for the 100th episode yet. Just maybe try to reach out to everybody, try to get some of the guys that used to come on, have more of a full team on there and then. And I am working on attaching the elbow bone spur. What I'll do is countersink the rod into the arm. That way your glue point's just not a flat spot. It's actually going inside the arm. It's a fixture and it's tight. It's a friction fitting and it's even tight. Try to shape it as much as I can, get the sharp point down. Then I use green stuff to do the taper and basically look like where it's protruding out of the skin.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm to do.
I got this one fitted for the KO Monster Venom. Forget what the figure was called for a second. These head sculpts look really good.
Thanks.
I need to taper that top a little bit more. I think I do. You keep stealing my tools, Cannon. Why do you keep doing that for?
They're tasty. I just chew on them.
What am I using for the spike? Styrene rods. I use styrene a lot on my customs, and these are really great for stuff for lengthening joints, lengthening arms and legs, or whatever. And you also use it for like costume piping, sculpting armor pieces, different things. Like I'm making these bone spurs out of the styrene rod, then I'll do the green stuff and just do the taper and make it look more natural instead of just a rod coming out. And try to get the placement about the same.
Is there a way to auto symmetrize stuff in Adobe Illustrator? Because I do not recall.
There is, but I can't remember. And
We'll do it this way.
old school method of making things symmetrical is with eyeballs. That's pretty good right there. For the wing attachments, I pulled the plugs out of the back of the Thalrog figure, cut square holes. They're ugly right now, but I'm actually going to shape them and use Sculpt to blend it in a little better. Once the wings are on too, though, they're
we're using for the spot. Oh yeah, you already answered that.
Anthony Diaz, that's a dangerous looking figure you're making. Yes, my figures will hurt you if you handle them wrong.
It will kill you.
They will make you bleed.
That from the Forge and Fire, or whatever it's called, show.
Oh, yeah, I guess he did say that.
It will cut.
It will cut. It's like it will key. That's what I say about my dog all the time. My little dog. She will key. If it's a small prey animal, she will kill. Jack Russell Beagle mix, so it's in her DNA to hunt and kill. I think I want to go up here in a minute, get them inside. I think my cousin's falling asleep. They're barking to come in the house. I think that's about the right angle. Yeah. Let's mix up some green stuff.
The green stuff is always good.
Yes, yes. That could work for a custom Guyver. Yeah, he's got the elbow spikes too. The first Guyver movie, they turned Mark Hamill into a human cockroach, and he dies.
What?
Oh, you mean The Last Jedi? Oh, wait, what? Who said that?
They're the live-action Guyver movies from way back when. I don't know when they came out. Mark Hamill's in the first one. He's like a detective or something other, and he gets mutated into like a human cockroach. Got a gross-looking transformation. And he doesn't live very long afterwards.
Imagine not.
SDA, I haven't done Illustrator since 2010. I forgot it all. I was like, I still use it. I still use it, but I just use Photoshop more.
I don't use any of it anymore. None of it. I'm definitely not using it right now either. It's a figment of your imagination. It's not actually happening.
Data Green Customs, do you have an Amazon affiliate store? I got the affiliate link stuff. I don't have anything in the store itself, but other than I got links down in the description below, like different customizing stuff. All the stuff I use, different items. I mean, I even put the Elgos printer on there. I like that thing. And I have these extra big heads that I was thinking about using on like the Gamerverse Abomination. That's it. Yeah, not to use that one. So if anybody wants a set of heads, even start base coating them. I used to use Lightwave 3D 7 too, but they have dropped the ball on that too. Hanging solos here. Dropped in a family.
Family.
And we are getting ready to start sculpting the spikes. The one spike. I already got that one sculpted. Get my sculpting Vaseline out because stuff is super sticky. More of the guys are going to be on here tonight. Thought more of the guys were coming tonight.
I haven't heard from anybody.
Hey, Kanan, what are you working on?
I'm working on trying to make a repeating texture pattern for making like fabric on superhero suits. So since it wasn't working out to do the I don't know enough about nodes. I wanted to do it like with a procedurally generated node thing, and it wasn't quite working out. So I thought I would try it on as just a sculpting tool, but I don't know. I'm making anything that I'm happy with currently. So,
I mean, that does not look bad at all to me.
I'm just picky.
The previous node was putting like an American flag texture on instead of the
Yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't doing what I wanted it to do.
Ooh, Sith for life. Once I have a place to work, I think I want to work on a custom Cal Katarn figure like he looked in the Jedi games. Yes, that would be amazing.
It'll be my first custom. Still got to do some research on finding what figures will work for it. Nice. SDA using node is not easy.
Nope.
Kyle Katarn was definitely one of my favorite Jedi. Oh, way back when I was, when did Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2 come out? In the 90s? Sometime in there? When I was a kid, I was a few years old or so. I got the game for PC, and I love that game. and Kyle Katarn is just an awesome Jedi, and an even more amazing Jedi in the old Legends Star Wars books.
Cool. I don't know anything about them.
What's
Yeah.
that old Dig Dug? That old
Yeah, I know. I played Dig Dug. I played Dig Dug.
That's what this reminds me of. Don't ask me why. This reminds me of Dig Dug.
Shoot them up and then pump them up. I played Moon Patrol on an Apple IIc. Well, anybody else in the chat want to come on and hang out with us is more than welcome. Last time I looked, you had like 2 copies of the pattern. Now it's like a whole sheet.
Yeah, so what I want is I want like an entire kind of thing so that I can just texture stamp it.
Symbiotic Wolf Flack 13. I am green. I am retired. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, SDA. No, that's the joke.
I missed something.
I don't either. Somebody keeps.
We ever figure out who wanted that Megatron gun?
I never heard back.
I will finish it.
The power of the wrench. Thank you, sir. Because it's all about.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Trying to get the contour of the curve just right.
I really wish I had something something that I felt like I should or could customize right now, but it's been a bit of a dry spell because I got a new job a month and a half or so ago, and I'm just like, I'm just been enjoying most of the stuff that I've had and not really feeling like I had to customize or wanted to customize anything I've done.
Mhm.
And just kind of like, no.
Yeah, sometimes when they do something really good, you don't have to do nothing to them. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Makes good content for me when they don't do them right, though.
Right.
Everything is content. Everything is content.
It certainly gives you something to fix.
Yeah.
My best friend did pick up for me the G.I. Joe Classified Retro Collection Duke yesterday. And I was hoping we could hang out today and I could grab it from him, but he had plans to hang out with his nephew and take him to the park and stuff today. So I was like, oh no, put family first. That's all good. I can wait for plastic crack later. It's all good.
And thank you again, SDA, to taking care of that. I don't know what the dude was doing. We don't tolerate trolls. This is a place where everybody can get along.
Life is definitely too short to deal with trolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give this a try, see what happens.
This sculpted so much easier when I was not on screen when people watch.
That's how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah.
When
I
you're
did the other one, no problem. It was just, oh, it looks great. I'll do that tonight.
took my car in to get an oil change.
They don't sound like that was the only thing that happened.
And so they're doing the oil change, right? And, like 15 billion other things had to be done. So now my oil change turned into a $5,000 mechanic bill.
I understand how that goes. 'Cause I was recently had a similar thing happen. At a Cricket garage at the biggest dealership around here. Charged me almost $1,700 to fix an overheating problem that they said guaranteed was fixed, and it overheat on the way home, and then they wouldn't guarantee their work.
Yeah, that's shady.
Oh, we fixed the problem we found that's being caused by something else. No, brought it here for overheating. You didn't fix the overheating problem. And they wouldn't stand by it. I tried to dispute it with my credit card. After I took it to another garage, and they misdiagnosed the car twice. When I took it back to them, they said they kept it for a couple of days. Oh, you got a blown head gasket. I took it to another garage, and they said there's nothing wrong with your head gasket. They did a pressure test. It's fine. It's blocked coolant passages in the heater core, near the heater core. All it needed was the engine flushed. But when but the Sheeler, with the one who screwed everything up, ended up damaging my power steering, my alternator, idler, and broke a motor mount, and messed up the the valve cover gasket, which cost me about $3,000 to fix. Plus on top of the shit they overcharged me. So I'm actually going to talk to an attorney about that. They did all that stuff when they could just flush the engine and fine. Everything they did had to be fixed.
That's extremely frustrating.
Yep. And the credit card company's like, no, they don't want to charge, let you have your money back, so we're going to side with them. Even though I had a statement from the mechanic that actually fixed the car, saying they did not fix the car.
Yeah, that's real frustrating. And I think Rosebuck motor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. $5,000 for a mechanic bill is rough
Yes, it is.
when you're just taking it in for a oil change.
The garage that fixed all the stuff they broke, there was an issue with the power steering they put on it. It went bad immediately. They said bring it back, and they fixed it. No charge. This is a warranty job. Don't worry about it. We got it covered.
Yeah. Well, and this mechanic shop is one that I've gone to previously, and for the same vehicle, and something like that happened where the part that they put in went bad right away, and I actually went through two of them, but they didn't charge me repairs after the first time because
That's
it was defect
Mm-hmm.
in the parts. So
Yeah, that's what happened here. It was defective part, so they just covered to put it back right.
come on, computer, you got this. You can do it.
Dum, dum.
Judge Judy.
I used to work for a Kia dealership as a mechanic. I had to quit. There was so much scamming going on. It was ridiculous. My manager wanted us to sell over $800 in service on every oil change. That's crazy. Oh, the guy that got the car fixed, the overheating problem fixed at, he said he worked for a dealership and you come in, they would, on a service call that didn't even require it, they would take the doors off the car just so they can add extra billing hours. They did it on one vehicle where they screwed up and they couldn't figure out how to get everything hooked up properly and wanted him to fix it. Said, I didn't do it. I'm not fixing your screw up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I knew it was going to be more than just an oil change because I had to change out some of the wiring to the rear taillights was faulty because it would be intermittent where I would have turn signal and brake light on that side, so I had to change that out too. And then it was just time to get the rear brakes done because I hadn't done it, and it's been at the car for like I did the front brakes like last year, but it was time to do the rear brakes.
But next vehicle I'm getting work on is my truck. I gotta get some work done on it. The air conditioning's out, and it's the power steering's leaking. It's not power steering's not out. It's just got a leak.
Okay, blender has crashed. It's thinking real hard.
Oh, crap.
What?
I meant to open up Discord like a window on the browser, and I hit the Start Discord app I have on my computer. Oops. If I get laggy, yeah, I'm going to turn it off as soon as I do that. You'll know why. Because I'm using Wi-Fi on this computer here. Downloading 14 updates. Yeah, the local garage I found, they're a little high, but they do good work. Now, the guy in Roanoke is a little cheaper, but he's just so hard to get to. It's just if I need anything internal wise, I'll go to him because the local garage don't handle anything internal on a North Star engine, which my car has, and I'll go that way. But when your power steering's out, you can't really drive 35-40 minutes to a garage.
Hey, Canon, not to make fun of what you're doing because it looks really awesome and I have no idea how to do any of that, but it looks like you're making a really buff Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime when you zoomed out.
Oh yeah, this is a beefy torso to mess around with.
Yeah.
I was hoping with only one in here I could subdivide this, but it might not let me.
I did try downloading Blender on my laptop, and it said that my graphics card was not good enough for it. So I was like, oh, okay. I'll just have to get a better PC at some point to be able to try learning how to do all that stuff and whatnot.
Yeah,
Resource hog.
yeah.
Most Adobe products are too.
Yeah. Alright, I locked it up again. I was hoping, since I would only have one this time in the scene, that I could then do it and it would be fine, but it decided it's just not. I mean, I could probably wait it out and eventually do it, but let's see here.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab the other knockoff Monster Venom, so I can go ahead and just fit this other head to your figure.
I want to sit here on the live stream. Just let it cook for so long.
I will say I'll be right back, but I am old and crippled, so I'm going as fast as I can, guys.
Apparently, Hugh Jackman was a gym teacher.
Oh. No, I think something. I just pulled the head apart.
Sith for life. Sorry, I don't know how to pop your comment up here on the stream. Well, now I want an Arnold Commando figure, and yeah, me too. I really want to get the NECA Dutch figure from the Predator movie, and oh my gosh, the original Predator movie is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's so good, so much fun, and yeah, that's, in my opinion, not that I'm super into NECA figures, it's one of the best NECA figures that they've ever put out, because I'm super into like military commando stuff, especially from the 80s and that style and whatnot. But yeah, I would totally be in for an Arnold Commando figure.
And if anybody's new to the stream, if you're working with green stuff, I highly recommend their sculpting Vaseline, because green stuff's almost unusable without it. There you go. Just let that sit.
Here's my issue with this. So I can do this, Now, for small areas, it looks okay, but then once you start to have, like, when I try to go into another area where the seam is, it doesn't look good anymore for the regular textures, because you start to get weird overlaps and stuff. Got to be like that's part of the problem with being self-taught, is that there's something that I'm like something that I'm missing. Maybe if I
did it on one side. On this one, they only did one side. This ankle was turned around backwards, and the foot's on backward on the. So I just have to swing it around, bring it forward. You can see here the hips when they move. I was concerned with that originally, but once taking one apart, not really anything to worry about. AARP incoming. I got good insurance. I don't need that. Forced to use a. Here we go. Let's see. Yep, making a pattern. What it is, the balls on the hips are actually, they look like low poly shapes. And the sockets are the same way, which creates a ratcheting effect when you move them. And get that horrible noise, but it's actually not hurting anything. It means your hips will never be loose.
I mean, half of my transformers make way worse noises than that when moving the joints, so that sounds pretty mild to me.
Yeah, I just before I took it apart, I was worried about the thin T-bar for the hips. Sometimes they get like only have air pockets inside of them, but when they inject it, it makes them fragile.
Okay.
But, yeah, this is gonna be easy to prep though. Cycles is a render engine and blender. Okay, cool. Thank you, sir. Did not know what their render engine was called. I haven't modeled anything in almost 2 decades. And I used to be, I went to college for 3 animation and was decent at the time. I've forgotten all that. When I graduated, all the good animation jobs were either Florida or California. I didn't want to move either one of those places. So I started focusing on 2D and web development. Which you can go job anywhere. At the time. Of course, those jobs are getting more scarce with the I'm sitting there like, where's the thing I was just working on? was right in front of me.
There's got to be a way to change this texture to a bubble map. And I don't know how to do it. I need to learn more.
And plastic quality feels different. It's not as dense plastic. Just on the inspection of it, but I think it's gonna be fine for customizing. That goes in there.
I mean, I need to.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Slide the neck piece back in. That's going to got really nice.
Ooh, that head sculpt with the Venom paint would look super sick, especially if like the horns were kind of white and symbiotic. Like if the
Oh, that would be a neat looking look for a symbiote.
yeah,
A demon symbiote.
yeah, that would be super sick. I bought oh my gosh, I honestly don't even. So I'm not super familiar with Marvel Legends figures, how many reuses and rehashes they've done and whatnot, but I bought a deluxe Venom a long time ago, like a year, or well, probably 2 years ago, and I think he was a Build-A-Figure, but he was then re-released in a deluxe box, and when I went to open them up and put them together, I tried gluing the back panel on, and some glue spilled out over top of his shoulders, kind of down onto his chest and stuff, and it's still sitting in a tub because I haven't completely figured out how to get rid of some of that glue residue that leaked down onto his chest and stuff.
What kind of glue was it?
Gorilla Super Glue.
You're almost gonna have to sand that off, I think.
Yeah. Before sending it off, might want to try soaking it in is it the hard plastic?
Yes.
It should be safe then. Get you some easy off oven cleaner.
Okay.
And like a container that you can seal. Take it outside and just fill that sucker up, spray it in there, and cover the whole thing and seal it and let it sit for a couple days. I use that for paint stripper and stuff, and it may take that off.
Okay.
It's safe on most plastics, not all plastics. Translucent plastics, it'll dissolve it, and I found that the hard way. Where'd that thing I put in there go? Oh, it's just melted. But regular like plastics, like the hard plastic or the ABS plastic, so on the figures, it normally doesn't bother it at all. But it'll strip off paint.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll have to try that.
it will make resin rubbery if you have it in there too long, though. I found that out the hard way too.
Well, sometimes that's how you learn best.
Amen to that.
Hey, if it wasn't for tearing stuff up, I wouldn't know near as much as I do now.
This is true.
There's anybody out there telling you they don't mess up, they're lying to you.
Or they're not doing anything.
Yep. Johnny Ray, it was like, I haven't modeled anything in a few years either, but somebody said my butt looked big, so I quit. The kind of gives like a Spider-Man Web of Shadows vibe. It does. I got to dig that. I kind of want to just paint one up for a symbiote.
I mean, that would look sick, if I'm being honest. I'm a pretty big Venom fan because I was born in 89, but like at the tail end of 89, grew up with the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, and Venom was a very big part of that. So yeah, no, that would look super sick.
I like that. It looked good on the Toxin body too. Juan David Lopez Gutierrez, hello sir. Cobra Trooper legs, Gung-Ho boots, Marvel Legends leather coat, torso, custom painted scrap iron head, custom snow scrap iron. You think heat, that the glue areas with hair dryer would keep them and go over it with X-Acto, not chip at it? That could do too, because Gorilla Glue is a little different creature than regular, like CA glue. I'm not sure.
Gorilla Glue works great if you get it in all the right places and it does not go anywhere else. I have definitely discovered that. But yeah, that Venom figure, sadly, and it's not super noticeable. It's just, I mean, it might be noticeable to some people, but to me, it's like, oh my gosh, I see that glue there that like kind of dripped down in there and dried up and is looking all terrible and stuff.
We see the flaws in our own stuff more than anybody else will ever see it.
Right.
And it's like a beacon to me when I see something wrong. It's like, I can't leave it that way.
Right. I mean, like for me, I'm 34 and my dad is 75, and my two older brothers are. My next oldest brother is 5 years older than me, and my oldest brother is 17 years older than me. So, growing up with a father that's as old as he is, there was a certain very regimented, I guess you could say, type of just professionalism and everything, and it's like everything has to be so super OCD, like hang solo. Yes, exactly. OCD. That's exactly the thing that it is. It's like OCD. Everything has to be absolutely perfect and stuff, and that was ingrained in me so much. And that's how a lot of my life is. And the way I look at things, like it has to be so OCD and Dremel and perfect and stuff. So, you know, yeah, it's how it is, and that's how I live my life. And a lot of people that I've met, especially around my age, can't handle that. So, you know, it is what it is, but that's how I live my life, and I just embrace it at this point.
For the price you can get these knockoff Monster Venoms for, it's not bad. And I got them. I don't know. I've had stuff take like a month to get here from AliExpress. The last 2 orders I made from AliExpress, I got my stuff in a week. I don't know if and they're running something right now too, where everything, at least at the time when I ordered, everything was free shipping.
I got a complaint to make.
Yes.
Ordered something from Bomb Busby and they shipped it to the wrong address.
What?
Yeah, I ordered something from Bomb Busby and they shipped it to the wrong address. They shipped it to my address, except instead of a 13, it was a 14.
Damn.
And I called them up, and they're like, contact the shippers.
You are the shipper.
Yeah, you are the shipper. They're like, contact the shipping company. So I'm like, it's in China, and they're like, then they email me back again, and they're like, well, here's the information. Like, you shipped it to the wrong address. You shipped it to the wrong address. You're supposed to be fixing this. This is.
Did you use PayPal?
Shipping it to me, yeah.
You might have to file a complaint.
And so then they finally gave me the when it transfers in the U.S., it'll be to FedEx. So then I tried to call FedEx, right?
Huh.
And FedEx won't let you actually talk to a person, like, unless you are the shipper. So I'm sitting there trying to get a hold of somebody in there to let them know, hey, there's a problem. And in order to get to talk to an actual person, I had to lie to the automated system and say that I was the one shipping it.
Right.
Otherwise, they wouldn't let me talk to an actual person. So then I talked to an actual person. They're like, well, put text updates on it. And when it gets to the U.S., call us back. And then you can let us know, and then then we can change the address on it. I was like, that's good. But the fact that I had, and the other thing with Bomb Busby is that after I emailed them back twice, they must have blocked my email address, and I wasn't like rude or anything.
What?
I didn't cuss them out. I didn't do anything. But after I emailed them twice, they must have blocked my email address, because when I tried to email them back a third time to get it sorted out, it said that they couldn't be contacted.
What?
Yeah.
Shit.
So, yeah, and I wasn't rude about it or anything. I was just,
Sounds like Show Store Z might be getting a customer from future things.
Yeah, you screwed up my shipping address by 1 digit. It's there on file. I looked at the shipment and I was like, that's the wrong address. And then I went, and I was freaking out thinking that I did it. So I went and checked, and nope, it's got the right address in there for me. So I don't know why they shipped it to the wrong address. It'll go to like an empty lot. It's like that address goes to a space between houses. So, but I was just, I was floored that after 2 polite emails, I didn't cuss at them. I didn't say anybody was stupid or dumb or anything like that. I didn't say it was their fault. I just, asked
it is their fault.
How it was going to be resolved. How we resolved it. And then they're like, "Well, good luck. It's all on you. Hope you get your stuff."
Even though they're the ones who messed
even
up.
though they shipped out to the wrong address, yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen that. happen.
I've ordered through them before. I've been lucky. I haven't had an issue with them. But after that, I don't think I'm going to order through them again.
Well, I mean, it was not an inexpensive item either.
Was it the Luon?
The Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, I was actually thinking about buying that from them. I actually was eyeballing it the other day.
I mean, I might get it, but it'll be some work. I have to make sure that I'm up on it, watching things, and making sure I'm aware when it's supposed to be delivered and all that stuff.
Yeah, I've never ordered from them before, but after that, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think I want to now.
I mean, the rest of it doesn't bother me. The part where they stopped responding to my emails and, like, it was clear that they had to have blocked me or something. That's the part that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if...
And your account's linked to your email.
So... Yeah, if you're not gonna stick it out with your customers and help them figure out what the issue is with an order that is that expensive, then
That's a $200 item plus shipping.
Yeah. And I don't order expensive stuff very often, so that was kind of like I was taking a chance, taking a big chance for me.
That's what $199.99 plus shipping. That's probably what, $230, $240.
Yeah.
Is that true, name of hell, or are you just making a joke? That sounds about right. They hired Megalopolis customer service people.
Not cool though.
No. If anything, you probably file if it doesn't show up, you can file an eBay, PayPal dispute. Because you don't have it.
Yeah.
That's why I try to mainly buy stuff through online vendors through PayPal.
Well, I mean, and if that didn't work, I can go through my credit card company. Also.
Yeah. Sorry, dude.
We'll see how it turns out. But, I mean,
I've ordered several items from them before and have no problems with them, but that's clear though their mistake getting your shipping address wrong and them not trying to fix it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if, like, let's say I typed it in wrong, right? Even if I had typed it in wrong and then I'm bringing it to their attention, that's still something that, as a company, they should want to take care of for their customer, right?
You would think. One would think.
Yeah, one of my favorite bands is from Sweden, and oh gosh, it was about a year or so ago that I placed an order to get some of their merch, like a couple hoodies, or no, it wasn't the hoodies. It was like a couple bracelets and stuff like that. And I messaged them after I updated. So I placed an order, updated it, and was like, hey, this is my new address and stuff, updated on my profile. And they, it did not save. And I messaged them immediately when I saw it. And I was like, hey, like, this is wrong. This is the address it should be shipped to and stuff. Can you please change it? They were like, oh, yeah, for sure. And ended up sending it to my old address. I was like, what the heck? And fortunately, my best friend was able to go up to my old apartment and try knocking on the door, being like, hey, like, you know, my friend used to live here and stuff, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, oh, yeah, no, I didn't have it or anything and stuff. Well, my best friend was smart enough to go look in the dumpster there at my old apartment, and it was laying there right on top with everything there. And literally the person who lived at my old apartment had opened it, everything, looked at it, threw it all back in the bag, and just chucked it in the dumpster, which is actually a federal crime here in the United States of America, which is insane and stuff. Now, granted, everything was fine, nothing was broken. He grabbed it for me, brought it back to me, and I cleaned it all up. Everything was fine. But I was just kind of like, wow, like, people are crazy and stuff. Like, not just the people who ship the stuff, but also people who accidentally get stuff, like open someone else's mail who's, you know, obviously not you, who lived there before and stuff. But yeah, it was, yeah. Ugh, I haven't ordered anything from that band's website since then and stuff. I mean, I still love the band. It was probably just an accident, maybe just an accident, I don't know. But I haven't taken any chances since then.
Yeah. I've accidentally opened up mail that I got that wasn't mine before. You know, you just kind of go to your mailbox and you start opening your mail. You don't really look at the address and stuff. You
Yeah.
assume that it's been delivered to you, that it's yours.
Well, it's
But
not.
I would never, like, throw it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up to throw it out. It's like, this is not my mail.
Right.
When you take the realizations, oh, this is not mine. I'll just throw it in the trash.
Right. Yeah, there was a couple of times at that apartment that my ex-wife and we lived there when we were together and stuff. There was a couple of times that we got someone else's mail, and she was always really awesome because she was there most of the time when mail would get delivered. And if the package did not have our name on it, she was like, oh no, I'm taking this back to the post office or whatever, or contacting whoever sent it, like, hey, like, this is not our package. We are not who lives here. Like, this needs to go to someone else. This is not ours. And stuff. And they would take care of it from there. But yeah, no, I was a little PO'd about, you know, someone opening my mail and stuff, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I understand accidents happen and whatnot, and I try to be, you know.
Well, it's not an accident to throw it in the dumpster, though.
No.
Right? Especially at that apartment that I lived at. Even though I'm sure some people would say the apartment I lived at was a dumpster, but, you know, hey, that's personal opinion. I will say the landlord was a bit of a dumpster. I mean, what? All right, so Collector, I know you're a Transformers fan, so I got to ask you, Cannon, and anyone else in the chat, who are those Transformers fans? Because I'm a huge Transformers fan.
I like Transformers, but I'm not like a fan.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I'm a big fan of Transformers.
Yeah.
They're I collected those more for the longest time, more than anything. Then I didn't get into action figures until it's the A in the chat. He's a huge Transformers fan too.
Nice.
And
I should have known that from the obvious Optimus Prime profile image she has.
But I was slow getting into Marvel Legends stuff and like DCUC. So when I did, I went all in. But, I always was more into the comic book stuff, for the characters and the figures. Then, hey, these figures are kind of nut, because I never wasn't really into the 5 POA stuff, like the old Toy Biz stuff.
Yeah.
So when they start coming with like hyper articulate figures, like these are cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so in a nutshell, I grew up in a very sheltered religious home. Things have chilled out a lot since then, but one of the 2 or 3 shows I was allowed to watch as a kid, which was mainly reruns, was Transformers Generation 1 and G.I. Joe. So both of those are very near and dear to me. And it's just giant transforming robots that change into really awesome cars, vehicles, this, that, whatever. I'm all into, and even just as a toy property line merchandise thing, it's just so much fun that a toy can be both a person and a thing at the same time.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things. The Transformers are basically 3 toys in one.
Yeah.
You have the vehicle or animal or whatever it transforms into. The robot mode, the transformation is like a puzzle toy.
Yep.
So you have basically 3 toys in one when it comes to Transformers.
Yeah. I always thought of it as just 2 toys in one. Like, oh, it's a robot, it's a person, or then a vehicle or an animal kind of thing. Like, it's, just one of those 2 things. But I never really thought of it too much as a puzzle. But yeah, no, that makes total sense to me now, especially with my job and stuff, assembling traffic lights, safety, security lights, and stuff. Like, it just, that part of it really just, I don't know, like, tickles my brain and everything. Like, it's just so much fun, and I love that puzzle and just that enjoyment of all of it.
Anthony Diaz, I haven't personally, but he's not on the night, but GeekFusionTV, he's ordered a few Optimus Primes from AliExpress, from the knockoff Bumblebee movie Optimus. He got that one, and he got the Nemesis repaint of it. He liked them. They were good. He said they were good, pretty good. I said, I'm not crazy enough to start collecting Transformers figures, though. It is definitely a rabbit hole.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
I only got the one.
I was right there with you, Kung Fu Pope. I wasn't allowed to watch X-Men series because Storm said she was a Snow Witch in an episode, and Pokemon was banned because Pikachu was satanic.
Yeah, dude, Sith for life. I wasn't allowed to watch Power Rangers because of Rita Repulsa and witchcraft and magic and everything. So I totally get that. Yeah, no, but my brother and I, my middle brother and I, we would watch Power Rangers, like, with practically no volume whatsoever. But I still love Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to this day and stuff. What was really funny for Transformers, the Transmetal 2 Megatron, who is the reddest, most demonic dragon of all time, I had when I was a kid, and I was given money from my aunt, who was my dad's sister, and stuff, and just for lots of reasons. It's not my dad's fault or anything, but I had that original Transmetal 2 Megatron, and ended up getting him from some money from my aunt for a Christmas gift and stuff. And my dad saw him and was like, oh, we need to take that back. That's demonic looking and stuff. But then several years later, when I got him, as I was an adult and a collector, and I showed it to I didn't even show it to my dad. I was just like, oh yeah, I got a couple of figures over there and stuff. Vaguely pointed at it at my shelf, and my dad was like, oh my gosh, that red dragon looks really cool. I like that. And I was like, are you kidding me? You literally told me I had to take it back when I was a kid and return it because it was demonic and stuff. But, you know, it's all good and stuff. We all learn and grow.
Oh, I'll be right back. I need to go get my dogs in. They've been barking for hours.
As soon as he gets back, I'm probably going to take off. Got some training to go to tomorrow, and I got to be aware.
Those wings are looking really sick, Cannon.
I want to. I want to. I guess I got rid of all the. I got rid of all the animations I did on here.
Are those wings for something specific, or are they just kind of like general wings you want to make for a certain type of character?
No, they're just for me to learn how to do stuff. That's not.
I'm back.
It's not animating like it's supposed to.
I think that's what half of the CG artists on Beast Machines said for the entire series. That's probably a deep cut joke there for those of us who watch Beast Machines.
Wow, there's folded, there's unfolded.
Oh, nice.
But it's just, for right now, it's just me figuring out how to do stuff. All right, it's 10 o'clock. I gotta go.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me on again. Did you see these are just static wings, but they're not bad.
Don't look bad at all, bro.
Hmm?
So, all right, y'all take care.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Oh man, it's all on you. You're the only one customizing.
Yep. Everybody abandoned me tonight.
I promise I'll try to do my best for next time I hop on to have something to customize. I actually was working on something. Oh gosh, it's been probably a couple weeks now. Transformers Kingdom Target exclusive T-Rex figure, the repaint of the Beast Wars Megatron figure. I was trying to sand down the ball joint on his neck so I could fit the Target exclusive Buzzworthy Bumblebee toy accurate Dinobot head onto that body because I thought that head would look sick on that. And then maybe whenever I'm brave enough to try repainting that head so the colors better match the body. And I realized how much larger that ball joint was. And I was like, oh gosh, this is going to take like forever to sand down by hand with just a piece of sandpaper. And so it's in a tub at the moment, but I really want to do that because I think that head would look really good on that figure. Because I want like just a Dino Prime kind of looking thing.
I like that toy Dinobot head sculpt.
Yeah, it's really good.
Which was originally designed for their Grimlock repaint.
Yes.
Use that head, which was a huge disappointment. I ended up not buying it because I actually like Beast Wars Grimlock. Mm-hmm. And Hadro just shit the bed on that one.
Yeah.
They didn't even try. That's nowhere near accurate to the original toy or the comic.
Oh, yeah. For the comic, was he in anything other than Beast Wars, The Gathering, or Ascending? Or was that the only spot he was in?
I can't remember too often, but he was badass in that series.
Yeah, I have the IDW Beast Wars Omnibus that someone gave me several years ago, and some of the pages are literally falling out, but I still have everything, or all the pages. Oh, excuse me. I still have all of it and whatnot, and it's actually sitting up on my shelf with my Studio Series Rise of the Beast figures, because I have almost all of the Autobots and I have all of the Maximals now. I finally got the Studio Series Optimus Primal for that movie, and I do have some nitpicks with it, but overall I really enjoyed and loved that movie, especially for the Beast characters with that. Mm-hmm. And it was fun for me. Like, I like it a lot, like not to be condescending, but I feel bad for the people who didn't like it, because I'm like, oh gosh, I'm sorry you didn't like it and stuff. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm sorry you didn't like it. I loved it. Tell me why you didn't like it. I'll listen to you and I'll tell you why I loved it, kind of thing, if you want to hear it and stuff, like just to be cool and like civil with people, because there's just so much negativity going on with, just everything in life and whatnot. It's like, okay, hey, like, if you didn't like it and you need to tell someone about it, tell me why you didn't like it, and I will listen, and I will do my best to understand and just listen to you and whatnot and just hear what you have to say. And so many people aren't willing to do that nowadays, and it just sucks, That's why I got out of Star Wars collecting, because it seems like, not that everyone's like it, but a lot of the groups and people I was around and a part of, they were just like, oh, I just want people to listen and agree to my opinions and not hear anyone or anything else. And
nobody's allowed to have their own opinions anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it just burned out with me and stuff. Now, I still enjoy Star Wars I still enjoy the first 6 movies and several of the shows, even the Disney Plus shows, and a lot of the toys, Legos, and stuff like that. But, and especially the video games. Oh my gosh. The Star Wars video games are some of the best video games in my opinion. And I can play them all day and all night.
This is the KO Ben Riley Spider-Man from AliExpress, which paint's not great. It's got some issues, quite a few issues. As I saw there's nicks in the torso. It's actually then painted over top of. Not the best quality. Bought it because I just didn't want to open it. I have the original one still mail on card. I was like, well, I'll have this one outside the box. See, there's marring issues there. It almost looks like got clamped by a set of pliers. Like that.
Ooh.
There's spots back here. And on the front. It's missing spots in the webbing. I'm using a Gundam marker, put the webs on. I can just throw the spider harness parts on it and just say, be done. You got to touch up there. You're going to mix up a little bit of blue. The blue is a little odd. It's like a purpley blue.
Oh, okay.
So I have to mix something up.
I can kind of see that.
On camera, it looks like true blue. In person, it's got like a purple hue to it.
Oh, that's weird. On my screen, it looks pretty blue for the most part, but I can kind of see a little bit of purple in there.
Yeah, it's missing a little bit of paint there. But yeah, in person, it's got a real strong purple hue to it.
Ooh. That's no fun when it's Spider-Man.
So I'll use this for spider carnage parts from the original one.
Yeah.
He's a bit loose too. Mainly wanted to get one of these while I was making an order out, just try out I ordered the Monster Venoms. I ordered this just so I can see if this is good for fodder. And it's meh.
Yeah.
That pin's not even all good. It's the arms about to come apart.
Ooh.
I'll have to heat it up and put it together.
I kind of want to get like a handful of knockoffs to try for, or to use as my testing when I start painting and stuff.
Oh yeah. They're good for that kind of stuff too. They're just get something cheap. Buy some cheap stuff off of eBay, fodder lots, old Toy Biz lots or whatever, then try those out for test painting.
Yeah. I feel like because I'll be honest, with like Legos and even G.I. Joe classified figures, when my imagination like just hits the tiniest little thing or whatever, I could go for like days on end customizing one figure and like just thinking about it, like, okay, hey, what can I do with this, that, the other, and stuff. Like, so as soon as I start painting, I feel like the universe is gonna just like open up to me, like, oh my gosh, I can do this, that, the other, and stuff, and blah blah blah. So I'm almost a little intimidated to do it at the same time, but I really want to do it.
It's about the size of it there, except for life. This is sir, this is the internet. If you don't like something, we are now mortal enemies in all aspects of life. KOTOR or the Jedi Dark Forces games? Which one are you choosing?
Oh gosh, that's a really hard choice. Okay, so I would have to say KOTOR. Definitely KOTOR. Knights of the Old Republic, for those who don't know what KOTOR means. Because Revan is one of my most just favorite characters. I'm not going to spoil the story or anything. If you don't know Darth Revan, at least go read about it. If not, even better, play the first KOTOR game, because it is absolutely beautiful and amazing for a Star Wars game. It is just it's magnificent. The second KOTOR game doesn't have a super whole lot to do with the first one. I mean, it's close. It's in the same few years and whatnot. And then the Darth Revan book or audiobook is a few more years after both of those games happen. But I would definitely choose KOTOR because of Darth Revan. He is a really awesome character. Really, and just that game in general is so amazing. But I will say I did play the Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight game, or sorry, Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2 game when I was a kid. Loved that. Fell in love with the character of Kyle Katarn that you play as for that, and for several other of the the first Dark Forces game and a couple of the other Jedi Knight games. But overall, I would say KOTOR for sure. They're both great in their own right, but KOTOR. Sorry, that was probably a really long-winded answer, but I'm a huge Star Wars nerd on several levels. Not as much as a million other people out there, but I do love me some Star Wars.
Mapping out. We'll have to taper it down the ankles on the Caliban to match the gargoyle feet. So right now he's got kinkles. I did this before with several times with the with Prime. Hasbro likes to put giant feet on figures, and
except a good handful of their Transformers, and so they cannot stand. Well, actually, I somewhat take that back. The Sergeant Cup that came out in the Generations line several years ago, I forget what year, he has some pretty big old feet, which I think people probably complained about. And I only mention that because I have this figure right here because I just bought him for like $20-25 a couple of weeks ago off of eBay, and he's just I love him so much more than the new cup that we got in, was it Generations or Studio Series or both? And yeah.
Studio Series, then we got a Buzzing Bumblebee release with more Toon colors.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, I got the first one, the Studio Series one, and he's not a bad cup. In my opinion, he's a very G1 cup, and I love it. But the Sergeant Cup one, he just, oh man. Especially him transforming into that half Cybertronian, half Earth-based realistic pickup truck mode. I love it. I love me a good pickup truck transformer.
It's the one I'm thinking about. I bought the iGear kits to make it look like with the cigar head.
Oh, nice. Oh man, I was trying to think about, or trying to remember what that upgrade kit was the other day, and I could not remember the name of that company that came up with it, but iGear, yes, I need to get that for this, because that would be nice to have for this guy.
They're a long dead company though.
Yeah. Man, do you remember the Fans Project trailer that they've released for the Classics or Henkei Optimus Prime?
Yep.
That had the flip down panels that were the like mirror stickers on it to make it look like it was invisible?
Yep. I got that trailer. The G3 trailer.
Oh, G3, yes! Oh my gosh. I should go back and get that, and also get the Classics or Henkei Optimus.
I have a lot of the Fan Project stuff. I even bought their last kit they did for the Classics Optimus Prime and the Ultra Magnus. Their last kits were a self-contained transforming kit. You didn't have to parts form it. It was really cool. I liked it, and it didn't sell well because it was when Classics Prime was art and Magnus was super old, and a lot of people didn't even have them anymore.
Yeah.
I think that was their last thing they ever released. And those kits went on deep clearance a long time back.
Man. That's crazy. I didn't get the TFCon. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
The hips on this Calaman were loose, and I was putting Kiki on it. It's the second coat of Kiki.
Oh, yeah. I need to get some of that stuff because some of my figures, especially my Transformers Kingdom Deluxe Scorponok from Beast Wars, his hips were super loose.
I'm picking up Dark Forces Jedi Knight for the same reason. Kyle is my boy, and I'll stand by him until the end. Though I will say, KOTOR is a better game, but gives you way more game time.
Yeah, I'm torn between KOTOR and Dark Forces Jedi Knight because just both of those are great games in their own right. And yeah, Kyle Katarn, he's great, especially in the books. I just started listening through because I'm super huge into audiobooks. Because of my last job where I was driving all the time, so I couldn't stop and read, or I would run off the road and, do whatever other damage.
Yeah,
least.
Reading and driving don't really mix too well.
Yeah, they are not great bed buddies, to say the least. But for audiobooks, I started listening through The Fate of the Jedi. Star Wars Legends audiobooks again, and Kyle Katarn, he's not a prominent character in those, but he is there enough. Well, in my opinion, not quite enough, because again, my first Star Wars PC game was Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2, where he was the only character you played as, but he's a great part of that audiobook series, and every time they say like Master Katarn was there and said this in whatever situation, I'm just like, oh my gosh, Kyle Katarn, like he's he's a great character. And oh gosh, old Star Wars games were so great. Not saying all the new Star Wars games are bad. I like a good handful of the new Star Wars games too, but yeah, especially Jedi Survivor. That was a really good game, really fun to play through. I like that. Story-wise, I like that a lot more than Jedi Fallen Order, because of what they did with the characters and how they grew and matured, and just the general plot and direction they went with those characters. It was much better, in my opinion. But again, that's just my opinion. It's just what I like. If anyone disagrees with me, that's cool. It's all good. I'm not trying to force everyone to agree with me. Like, pretty much everyone on Earth is what it feels like everyone on Earth is trying to do now. Like, yeah, life's crazy, but let's just enjoy things.
Yeah, so many people don't want you to do that, though.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Giving them a pedicure.
Yeah.
Take the claws off the toes.
I was trying to think of that word, and I was feeling like, oh, you're giving that Venom a pedicure and stuff, but I couldn't think of that word. I bet that really feels like you're giving him a pedicure, because isn't that a nail file for fingernails and toenails?
Absolutely, it's an emery board.
Yep.
Handy tool to have in your toolbox for customizing.
Yeah, I need to get some of those.
And got the the elbow spikes done. Well, not done. And once the green stuff cures, I'll sand them nice, and I'm not going to glue them in place until I'm ready for full assembly, because I got to take the arms apart and prep those up too. But they're looking pretty good. You don't want to get elbowed by this dude.
Yeah, that would suck, to say the least.
We got different heads fit. We got the didn't get much work on them. Didn't do anything on Space Ghost tonight, but there's Thursday. I think that's going to be it for the night, guys.
Cool.
And that's it for what I said. I'm a truck driver, so I've been listening to Star Wars audiobooks for a while. I always got a smile on my face when they mentioned Kyle. I went crazy when Jaden Core showed up. Cool.
Yes. Yes, Jaden Core is probably a really deep cut for some people, especially people new to the Star Wars Legends fandom. But yes, Jaden Core. Yes, Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. Yes, I'm right there with you. I got really excited when I heard his name in the Fate of the Jedi audiobooks, even though I was a little sad he was just a guard at the Jedi Council chamber. But at the same time, yes, I'm right there with you, brother.
Well, we got our Thursday show this week. Well, Tuesday I'm doing the Fan Home Batmobile build at 8 o'clock on Tuesday. Then on you got me just in time. We're getting ready to log off for tonight, sir. As I said, we got the Tuesday show with the Batmobile Fan Home build. Then we're going to have the Thursday's Whip It, and then Toy Talk Collector Fusion on Friday. Then another Whip It next Sunday. It'll be episode 100. I have to put out some invites and see if who can join for the 100th episode. But anyway, thank you again for everybody coming out and hanging out with us tonight. It's always a pleasure, and thank you everybody that's come out. All my friends that sat here tonight, and Kung Fu Po.
Thank you.
We'll catch y'all next time. Have a good one.